Hey, welcome to Caching in the Northwest. Now, this is the podcast from the birthplace of geocaching right here in the great Pacific Northwest. It's Thursday at 9 p.m. Pacific. I'm Chris of the Northwest, and we're going to talk about geocaches and geocachers from here and all around the globe. So while you're frantically looking for a flashlight to get into your car at 6 p.m. or 6 a.m. anymore, we'll be caching in the Northwest.
That's right. Username checks out there. And tonight we're talking about, all kind of stuff. Special announcements with our guest, Lookout Lisa. So welcome back, Lisa.
Thanks guys for having me back.
Love having you along. And live audience, we know you've got questions, comments, and interactions for Lookout Lisa and the rest of the gang here. So jump over in the chat and fill it up there. We love hearing from you. It is Thursday night, as Chris said. I'm Wits End, and it's time to bring in our special short bus Simeon. It's getting longer there. Some say he surfs the web exclusively with Netscape Navigator. And others say his ABBA cover album will be out in time for Christmas. All we know is he's called a land monkey.
Well, that's mostly correct. My ABBA cover album will be out, but I'm using AOL to launch that. So
Okay.
I got a CD in the mail. So
That's
very
so
excited
cool.
to use that.
Have you got like those hundreds and hundreds of free hours?
Yes. Yeah. Initially it came on floppy disks. And so
Yes.
I just asked them if they could send it to me on a CD instead.
I thought if I saved enough of those CDs from back in the day that I could live forever because I'd have thousands of free hours.
Good thinking. Good thinking.
Oh.
All right. Well,
Didn't work that way.
hey, before we get into finding out what special news our guest has and any other silliness that we're going to do, because, that's just kind of how we roll.
Mhm.
It's a quick reminder that we appreciate the support of our patrons who help to keep this podcast coming each and every week. And wow, my Stream Deck isn't working. I just pressed the button. I got a big yellow alert on my Stream Deck screen.
Updates.
Stream Deck needs to be updated and OBS needs to be updated.
Well,
Yeah.
OBS just got updated before the podcast, so
That's
that's
the
what's
That's
going
the
on.
reason.
There you go. Anyhow, well, that was fun. All right. So anybody who doesn't do podcasting has no idea what I'm talking about other than something didn't work. All right. Well, anyhow, thanks to Landsharks, one of our corporate Denali level sponsors, and I bet their Stream Deck does work.
You could do the analog shark.
There we go. Well, and I can't do that and read my lines.
Okay.
That's way too professional for me. All right. But there is a message from Landsharks for tonight. There are two more weeks left to use the GWXVIII code. The what? Well, if you remember back in August, there was this little event thing that went on. That's GW for Geo Woodstock,
Mhm.
XVIII for
Aye, aye.
18. Use that code, get a discount for Landsharks online purchases. That's right. There you go. Use the GWXVIII code when you check out at Landsharks, LANDSHARKZ.ca. And of course, I would be remiss not to mention our other corporate Denali level sponsor, who we are always delighted to talk about and look forward to going and visiting again. That's Gold Country Geotourism and the 2 active Gold Country Geotours. How exciting. Well, visit exploregoldcountry.com, learn more about the geotours and the region, and check them out online at Facebook. And don't forget, they've got a Gold Country app available for you to install today from the App Store to your very own personal mobile phone or tablet. And, download it, play with it. Chris has done it. If Chris did it, you can do it.
If I can do it, anybody can do it.
There you go. All
Thanks.
right. Well, thank you to our corporate Denali level sponsors. We really appreciate their support, and we appreciate the support from all of you patrons. Every single one of you is awesome. And if you're not a patron, you may still be awesome, but it's how do we know? All right. Anyhow, if you want to know more about supporting this podcast, click the Patreon link on the cachingnw.com, a website.
Thank you so much. Hey, if you want to join in tonight's chat, and we know you do, we know you're excited. If you have a question or comment, use the hashtag #CacheCrate. And our chat lackey says if it's not spelled correctly, you will be kicked out. So that's all I know. It's right up there on the screen. You can spell it right now.
Yeah, he can be finicky, that chat lackey. You just can't take him anywhere.
That's right.
Well, you
Oh,
can.
there we go. Hang on.
There you go.
There we
Hashtag
go.
cash crate
Hashtag
right there.
#CacheCrate right there. You can
Ah.
share that as well. Put that on-
Lisa
on your
can't be
media
any
as
more helpful tonight. Like, I don't know. She's basically done it for you. So there you go.
That's right. Of course, you can use FATAS if you want to bring up anything in the FATAS. That's the after show, or FATAS for the after show. And of course, we want you to know, and we're all clicking buttons here and making things come in and out. Use the hashtag podcast baking to tell us what you're cooking during the show.
Yeah, I'm not
I
clicking
did
buttons
nothing.
either
I
because
know
we all know my stuff doesn't work here. So it's not me clicking buttons. All right.
Oh,
Bunch of amateurs. All right.
yeah, well, I do like Keats 94. You can do analog shark. Do.
There you go. That'll be stuck in some heads tonight.
Yeah. Is that the new left shark, right shark?
Could be.
Ask Komakino.
Could be. Could be.
Yeah.
At least we didn't jump it tonight.
Right. Not yet.
Not yet.
Oh, there's always time.
Hey, we do have a little bit of news. This
Ooh.
comes from a Dateline, Tiffin, Ohio. I've been there. It's a nice little town. The destination Seneca County received an award for the category of targeted marketing campaign for their Seneca County Geo Trail. I read this verbatim from the website, right? I don't know if it's true, but they say it's the only geocaching trail in Northwest Ohio.
Northwest.
There you
That's
go.
right.
That seems very. Is that how this came up on your news feed? Because it had geocaching at Northwest in it?
You would think, but no. I just look for geocaching. So a couple people from or with the Seneca County Geo Trail accepted the award. Since the launch of the trail, more than 165 geocachers have completed the trail and traveled, get this, more than 20,800 miles. That's like 1 billion kilometers.
Yeah.
To Seneca County to do so. Destination Seneca County is working on a new interactive geocaching trail for 2023 that will feature a new theme, caches, and location. So, you know what? You could go there now, and you can go there next year and get even more. How cool is that?
Okay, I'm confused.
Yes.
So 165 geocachers have completed the trail and have traveled more than 20,800 miles in order to get to Seneca County, or
That's what I'm thinking. No, I think it's to get miles to Seneca County to do so.
All right.
So I'm thinking you're getting a lot of out-of-towners traveling in.
So
Or one person drove really far and everybody else is local.
also possible. It's probably Cache Canada drove down there from Ontario. It seems like something they would do. Question.
He did the math. It's 1 bazillion kilometers.
Okay. Thanks, JD.
Thank you, Kid Vegas 19. We appreciate your math skills. Starcacher got his geocoin for completing that geo trail.
Okay, that was going to be my next question. Like, is this a geo trail or a geo tour? And they are intentionally not using the term geo tour, so I'm assuming it is not an official geo tour.
My guess is geo trail.
Okay. But there's a coin, so that's cool.
You have to tell us if you drove less than 20,000 miles to do it.
Yeah, we want to know who that was.
Yeah.
Was that you, Starcacher? All right. So yeah, a coin. Well, hey, Starcacher, if you get a chance, if you can, I don't know, how would you share an image of the coin in the chat?
Well, you could take a picture of it and send it to feedback@cachingnw.com.
Good.
Do that. We would love to see what the coin looks like.
Yeah.
All right. So, yeah.
There you go.
Oh, I was going to say, yeah. Did we cover that? We covered that, didn't we?
We did.
Yeah. Now I have to watch my email. So you guys talk amongst yourselves.
You monitor the email. I'm going to tell everybody that, once again, we are excited to talk about a special announcement from Lookout Lisa at Cache Advance. We welcomed you earlier. Welcome back to our humble little podcast. It's great to see you again.
Thank you. It's great to see you guys. And thank you for having me on again.
On the off chance that somebody out there has not met you, heard of you, or doesn't know anything about you or Cache Advance, give us a little elevator speech. The floor is yours.
Sure. Gosh. Well, I started caching in 2002, actually. It was something I was working at WSU during the day and taking night classes at night. So I was literally on campus 12 hours a day. And I'm like, this is in the Spokane branch, not the main Pullman campus. And I needed something to do off campus. And I saw an article about geocaching in our local newspaper and thought, that sounds kind of perfect. I know about GPS and I love tech, and I grew up hiking and fishing and camping and such. So let's check this thing out. And I did over Labor Day weekend back in 2002, and I was hooked. It was the coincidental ammo can in the woods that was my very first cache. And since then, I found quite a few more of them as well, and many, many thousands of other types of caches too.
You've supplied a few too.
I do. Yeah. So when I finished school in 2004 or 5, when I graduated with my master's, I was looking for something to do since I had all this free time. I had my evenings free again, finally, still working full time. And so I thought about, well, maybe I'll pick up a side job or something like that. And was having lunch with a friend and talking about that. And I said, but it'd really cut into my geocaching time if I did that. And and she's like, well, Lisa, why don't you start a business around geocaching? And I'm like, that's brilliant. And literally right there, I mapped out my very first product, which came to be known as Dr. B's Cache Repair Kit. So it's first aid kit for Tupperware at the time. Back in 2005, most caches were larger Tupperware type containers, and they would crack, or they need no new Velcro or a pen or a sticker or something like that. Log books inside to replace. And that was my first product. And I made 100 of them. And this was 17 years ago this month, actually.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, happy anniversary.
Thank you. Yeah, thanks. It was actually October that I was doing all the planning and assembling, and then started selling them in November. And before Christmas, like almost Thanksgiving time, I was sold out. And I'm like, I think I'm onto something here.
Yeah.
So I kept on going and developing more products and evolving as geocaching has evolved, and kept on caching, of course. And through Cache Advance, I've been able to travel all across the country, into Canada most recently as well, to promote my business and meet with other geocachers and go geocaching in some amazing, amazing places.
Fantastic. Now I'm going to put you on the spot. Do you have any ideas how many Dr. B's repair kits you've sold to date?
Oh, I have no idea.
Probably bazillions.
Easily 1,000, I'm sure, if not more. Actually, quite a few more. Geocaching.com used to carry them as well.
Okay.
Before they started doing a different version that they make themselves. So I also sell wholesale to a lot of companies as well. So my business is really, it started out as retail, and then it's grown into wholesale. So a lot of my products you can get at geocaching.com and other retailers. Actually, Landsharks carries my cache repair kit. They have over the years. Yeah. And all around the world, my products are being sold. And then 7 years ago, we started up with subscriptions.
Nice. Well, I'm sure everybody knows about the Cache Advance online store, but for the one or two that don't, I mean, we talked about some of the things you sell. Give us a brief description of some of the other things that are on there. Maybe those subscription services that are so much fun.
Sure. We sell, over the years, we've sold just about everything for geocaching, from hiking sticks to backpacks to GPS units, to trackables, vehicle travel bugs, swag, all the things you'd need for geocaching. And then we realized that a lot of our customers were buying from us over and over again, and buying different things, and newer people were joining into geocaching and needing to get geared up and stocked up. So that's when I came up with the idea for starting what became known as the Cache Crate, which is our monthly subscription box for geocachers. So that is our main product right now. We've got actually 5 different subscriptions, all within the Cache Crate family. Yeah. I guess I can talk about all 4 or all of them.
Sure.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
Okay. Yeah. So this is our flagship is the Cache Crate, the monthly subscription box. And then not too long after we started this one, we developed what's called the Hero Crate. And that one is quarterly. And in searching for all the cool stuff, curating all the fun stuff that goes into the Cache Crate box, we kept finding things that were too big, literally like an ammo can wouldn't fit inside the box. It would blow the budget. So we decided to come up with a VIP, much larger. It is more expensive, but it's just 4 times a year. That goes out every solstice and equinox. So as the seasons change, that's how we theme the new Hero Crate coming out. So our next one will be in December, and right before Christmas. We tend to ship that one a little bit early, so it arrives before Christmas. And then we've got the Cashkins Club, which is just a one item of the month. It's just the small, colorful trackables like travel bugs, but they're colorful Cashkins. And so we've got quite a few members that receive those as well. And that's just a mailer, goes out in the mail, in an envelope just to the US though, because it goes through the Postal Service.
Sure.
But the Cache Crates and the Hero Crate, we do ship those worldwide.
Wow.
And, yeah, and we've got lots in Europe, and we ship to Australia, South Africa, Namibia.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
That's a tough
South
one to
America.
spell each month.
Yeah. Thankfully, it all comes in and it's all automated, all the shipping stuff.
Do you have multilingual packs? Or are they all in English?
All English.
Okay. Just curious.
Yeah.
Good question.
We really do focus on English speaking audience, and geocaching generally is English speaking as well. Generally. Not always.
I don't know. I just came back from a trip and I would argue with that.
Yeah, I'm sure you would. Yeah. Yeah, unfortunately, I only speak English language. Even English language is always been a struggle for me. So, but yeah, mostly English.
Well, we have Geocacher popping in tonight. She says, in addition to the fantastic things inside, I really love those Cache Crate boxes. I save and reuse them as often as possible.
Nice box. Yeah.
We have a lot of members that do that. They're really cool boxes. This was actually, our design was designed by Chris Mackey. Some of you may know him as the premier coin designer, but he does other types of designing as well. So he did our boxes, and they're white on the inside.
Oh,
So
interesting.
you can actually turn them inside out and regift it if you wanted to use, make a box that's just white, or make your own design on it too.
Oh, that's interesting. I
Christmas
had never
ideas.
thought about the idea of flipping a box inside out. It never occurred to me.
They're harder to fold, obviously, because they're made to go this way, not this way. So it's a little bit of a struggle, but it's definitely doable. And a lot of our members do that. Or, they make a really handy box just to keep your swag or other smaller items organized.
Sounds like the November Geo Challenge or something. Find a cache in a box that's been folded inside out. All right.
That's not a bad idea. Actually, I just filmed the November Geo Challenge, so that's another story.
Right.
Oh.
Okay. Maybe we'll find out more about that later. But it's funny. A Seebeck Tribe pointed out the awkward silence earlier, and I want to take full credit for the awkward silence because I was supposed to read a line, and I wasn't looking at the show notes. So there you go. Thank you, Chris and Lisa.
It's okay. Some things aren't working.
Yeah, like my brain. Lisa, you just did something new at the warehouse this year to celebrate Halloween with some local cachers. Do you want to share that experience with us?
Yeah. Thanks for asking about that. That was a ton of fun. So over the years, we've hosted Halloween trick-or-treating at our retail store. But we don't have a retail store. We closed that when the pandemic started, but we have a warehouse with a large parking lot, and we can have events now again as well. So I saw that trunk or treating is becoming a thing these days. It's been around for a while. And so I did a little bit of research, and I published a trunk or treat geocaching style in our parking lot in front of our warehouse. And it was a ton of fun. A bunch of cachers showed up, and you decorate your cars is how you do it. Your trunk basically, or whatever part of your car you'd like to decorate. And then everybody traditionally would go around to the different cars and trick or treat. So it's a way for a small group to have a safer gathering. You don't have to cross streets and go to strange houses. You're with people that you know that are coming together for a particular event.
I mean, isn't part of Halloween about going to strange houses? I mean,
yeah.
all the movies I see about Halloween, they're going to strange houses.
Right. Yeah. But it's a different way to do it. And instead of giving out candy, we did swag exchanges.
Fun. That's
yeah.
classic.
And then we handed out prizes. I had coins for best costume, best couple, best group, best decorated car, and then best theme, person or people, and geo-rig together. So
wow.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Yeah. And then the pizza showed up, so that was even better.
Oh, well.
Pizza makes everything better.
This just keeps getting better and better.
Yeah. You guys missed out. Sorry.
It was a bit of a drive.
Yeah.
Chris, can you bring up the comment from Megan again?
Megan thought it was a great event.
Yeah.
Not only did Megan think it's a great event, Megan has a great toque in her picture here.
Oh, I missed that.
That's one of the Geo Woodstock toques. There you go.
Look at that.
I was a mule for a couple of those toques. They were very soft. It was very nice.
They're very warm toques. I'll tell you that much.
Nice.
Mini Mag still can't get over the box thing. Completely blew his mind.
We're all stunned that we could turn the boxes inside out.
You know what? That's the big announcement. We can end the podcast right now. Everybody learned something.
Thanks, Lisa.
All inside out. Yep.
Or we could just start over from scratch because Gas Station Tuna just says, "I'm here. What did I miss?" So,
well, Gas Station Tuna, you're gonna have to rewind and go back and check this out because this is like news of the year. That's definitely the fact of the podcast, I would say.
There you go.
Nice. Kid Vegas 19 says Megan had a great display. So
good job.
Yeah, I believe she won the prize for best person and rig theme.
Okay.
Yeah, she used her costume that she put together for going caching this year.
Oh.
And then added that to her trunk, and it was awesome.
Sounds like it.
Nice. Now, Lisa, I love the subscription services. I'm a member of the T-shirt of the month club. And this shirt, the shirt actually you're wearing, this month's shirt, was above and beyond and really surprised me.
Yeah.
It's what is it, a performance? I want to say a knit, but it's not. It's a performance material, right?
Yeah, it's called a performance tee. It's 100% polyester. Normally our t-shirts are cotton, ring spun cotton, but every now and then we throw in something different. And this one's a long sleeve as well.
Nice.
And then it has a 2-color design, which is even bonus. And a lot of it glows in the dark.
Ooh, bonus.
Right. Yeah. So it's not this lighter color part, but there's a circle around it. And then all of the constellations, the FTF, the ammo can, the satellite, the little GPS, they all glow in the dark.
Very cool.
Very
Yeah.
nice,
So it's kind of the perfect geocaching, night caching shirt.
Yeah.
Yes.
Indeed.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Does that same glow in the dark paint show up under UV light?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah. And actually UV light is a really good way to activate it. If you want to see it quickly, just shine a bright UV light around it, and then that'll make it glow more quickly for sure. Yeah.
Very
fun.
Yeah.
Now, in that package was a little note that hinted what this big announcement is all about. Now, I like anticipation, right? It's great for catch up or love or whatever. You remember that song, the ketchup commercial? Anticipation is making me wait. Yep.
Yeah.
So are you ready to break your silence and let the world know what this big announcement is?
Yeah, I think that we can. This will be coming out to the complete public starting next week on Monday and Tuesday. And but we got hints out to our subscription members, our Cashkins Club T-shirt, Cash Crate, and then the combo crate too, as well. It's where you can get the T-shirt and the Cash Crate together.
Oh,
Yeah. So there was that little envelope that went out to everybody, and it said, "Do not open until November 1st," which was a few days ago. And what our big announcement is that we are doing a trackable promotion with Geocaching HQ. Yeah, super excited.
cool.
that is
Yeah.
so cool.
So you've all, I think the most recent one was the Jack's Link trackable promotion with
Mhm.
Jerky. And then there's been the Camp Coral, SpongeBob SquarePants thing, Jeep promotions, you all might remember.
Yep.
And have
Oh,
seen.
I could have done a drum roll.
Oh, yeah, we should have done a drum roll. I needed to practice this workout, I guess.
Thank you, Gia.
So,
That was good timing.
yeah, very good. Thank you, Gia. Yeah, keep me on track, Gia. I've been working with her as well as from the Lackey crew at HQ. But
Mhm.
yeah, we created, minted, and produced 3,500 trackables that we'll be giving away next week. So when the announcement goes out, there will be a form where you can go to at geocaching.com and request a trackable.
So I think everybody knows I have to ask this question. Are Canadians going to be able to play?
It is US based. So
All right.
I'm
Well, bye,
really not.
everybody. It's been a nice podcast.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. Had you been a member of the Cash Crates, you would have had one because everybody got one guaranteed. We ship those all around the world.
So Canadians who are Cash Crate subscribers will get one. Okay.
Yes.
There's the loophole. All right.
Absolutely. Yeah. And we were really hoping that we were able to release this before Woodstock. And then we were going to be able to give them out at Woodstock, our own supply that we wanted to do. But it just didn't work out to be able to do it that soon. It was too soon.
Too soon.
Yeah. I'm sorry, guys.
No, that's okay. Hey, do you have a picture we can show?
I do.
Do
Yeah.
we know what this looks like?
Yeah.
Oh, here we go.
There you are.
There you go. Along with the Cash Crate in that reversible box.
Yes.
Somebody said they're going to go. GSM times 2 says he's going to go retrieve all his Cash Crate boxes out of the recycle bin.
Yeah. Reuse them for sure.
And there it is on the corner.
So the image on the trackable looks like it's a mailbox with the Cash Crate in the mailbox, and
Exactly. And a letter blowing out.
So
Here,
I
let's
have
see if
one
we can see
here
it.
as well.
there we go.
Yeah.
Very
I don't know if
cool.
you're getting
Nice looking
a
trackable.
little blurry there. Now, this was also designed by Chris Mackey.
Of course it was.
Yeah,
It's
because he did.
it's a good looking design, so it had to be him.
Yeah, yeah. So, and it has its own icon as well, which is really cool. Yeah. And this is a sample tag, so it doesn't have the tracking code on it, but you can see on the back there the information about it. But it'll all become very clear next week on Monday.
Nice.
Mhm.
Nice. Hold on here. Email alert.
Starcacher got his picture
Yes,
to you.
please.
Let's see. What is it? Are we putting his up? Did
I'm
you have
working
the
on it.
picture?
Here we
Okay.
go.
He says I couldn't find the geocoin, so I sent the image from his online
Oh, that did
passport.
work well. You don't need to see my email.
There you go.
Oh,
Hold
okay.
Wrong Chrome tab. See, not everything is perfect here. Well,
Here's one that Chris has prepared earlier. Except no,
you would think.
you would hope.
No, this is live. I'm not. Here we go. This is what I wanted to share. There we go.
Hey,
Seneca
Destination
County,
Seneca
Ohio.
County.
GeoTrail. Destination Seneca County.
Nice. Very cool. Well, thank you, Starcacher, for sending that in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. Got us a little off track. Okay, so I have to get back to my show notes and figure out where we are. So okay, this trackable, which I happen to get in my T-shirt, that Gia didn't know there was a T-shirt club, so now she's excited about that.
No. Well, there is. Yes, we have a T-shirt of the month club.
She says she's so excited to be partnering with Cash Advance for this promotion. I love the snail mail theme design so much. So next week, we're going to get an email from geocaching.com saying there's a new trackable promotion. Go to this website, and the first 3,500 or the random 3,500 Americans, sorry, will get a free trackable, and they want you to move it along and promote the game.
That's exactly it. Yeah. So on Monday, some social media posts will be going out promoting this as well. And then Tuesday, the logbook email that geocaching.com sends out, will have that'll be within the newsletter there, all about our promotion and partnership with HQ. And there's a blog post as well that will be talking all about that. And there's even a video on the landing page where you go to request your trackable. And on that page, once the trackables go out, we'll be mailing them, like Gia said, the snail mail portion of it. And we're all about mailing with our subscriptions as well. So the boxes and the cash crates and the Cashkins Club, the T-shirt club, those all go in the mail too. And once those go out and start being activated, you'll be able to track them. So you know where they're placed, so you can go and find yours or find one and discover it as well. And then also be sure to use the hashtag Cash Crate, and that will all be tracked. We want to see images of your of the trackable out in the wild or wherever you might find them, and just use that hashtag or at Cash Advance or at Cash Crate as well for Instagram and Twitter. Yeah.
Gas Station Tuna says, I forgot about the November 1st envelope in my cash crate. Just opened it. Trackable.
Yep.
There you go.
Woohoo. Happy dance.
Bonus. Yeah.
Gia sometimes too says I get really excited when I open my mailbox and find my cash crate.
So Gas Station Tuna actually followed the instructions and waited until November 1st. Like, how many people would really actually wait until November 1st to open the envelope?
Well done.
I think a lot of people did. Yeah.
Okay. I admit, I waited until the first to open the entire package.
Wow.
I can do this now.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
Yeah. No, we have a Facebook group just for the Cash Crate members. It's open to the public, so other people can join if you want to learn about the cash crates, but it's a group for all of our subscribers. And a lot of folks were commenting on there or messaging me privately about the envelope. It was sealed and it said, do not open until November 1st. Because we knew we need a little bit of time yet. I had to get these out in the mail and shipped to all of our members, but not everything was in place for them to start activating and using them. But it is now. And we want to see them out in the wild.
Yes. Okay. Here's a correction from Gia. She says, hey, now, I wasn't born yesterday. I definitely know about the T-shirt of the month club. Sorry, Gia.
I've even sold her a few of the T-shirts on the side. Well, not on the side, but the ones that we sell one-offs. And she delivered me one in Seattle personally. Yeah, she does.
Yeah, she knew about but I think her comment, the reason Chris mentioned that is she was commenting about this month's shirt. She's,
gotcha.
Very cool. T-shirt of the month shirt. It's very cool. So cool.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Yeah. Every now and then we really like to spoil our members with something special. So this was a special being performance, long sleeve, 2-color, and glow in the dark. Super soft shirt. Chris, wouldn't you agree it's pretty soft too?
Very soft. Yes.
So I got a question about the T-shirt of the month club. I know we're talking about the trackable promotion, but I'm going to derail things because that's what I do here.
It's all related.
Do you ever sell any of the shirts outside of the subscription packages?
We do.
Okay.
We do. Matter of fact, this is
so somebody really likes that shirt.
Yeah, it's on our website right now.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah, quite often we will sell these one-off. They're going to cost you more because we have to make a special production run in order to make them just for retail sales. So if you want to be guaranteed, the best price and guaranteed a shirt, because we don't always do every design for retail sales, but most designs we do.
I guess if you know they're likely going to be popular, like the one you're wearing, makes sense. Very cool.
Yeah.
Well, at Geo Woodstock, what is it? XVIII.
Yeah.
Make sure you get that GWXVIII. Our booths were back to back, so I could turn around and it, you had all your shirts hanging up there. It looked just like my closet.
Yeah, looked a lot like mine too.
See, you got big closets, you guys.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, maybe I don't have that much space, but I got that one, I got that one.
That was a cool display you guys had.
Yeah, it was nice.
Lisa at Geo Woodstock. That was very, very neat to see all the different subscription products. And were you able to sign some people up for the subscription services at Geo Woodstock?
Yeah,
Awesome.
we signed up quite a few. Yeah.
Fantastic. Good.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. And we had, I don't have a sample of it right here. We had our little tiny mini crates that we gave as something for people to take with them. That did sign up. Yeah, it's a sign up bonus. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Being that we're American, we weren't able to make sales in Canada.
Right.
But we could certainly sign people up for our subscriptions. And then we wanted to hand them a little something. And special delivery.
Wow. That's not that little. When you said a little, I was thinking a lot smaller than that. That's pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah, they're about 4 inches. So
that's a decent
they're
size.
Cute little mini crates.
Yeah,
and they look, they're just like a big crate.
How cute.
Are those available also as a subscription?
No.
And the ultimate question is, can you turn those inside out?
Yeah, I'm sure you could.
Okay.
It'd be really tough though, and it may not turn out well. But they're white on the inside as well.
Okay.
But for the giveaway, we had fun little things that went inside of them that everybody got. So a little trackable, a box opener that is branded, so you've got a special way to open up your crates when they do come.
Smart.
Yeah.
You have a cash crate cash opener?
Yes.
A cash crate opener.
Yeah.
Something.
And since we drove up,
I guess you could use it to open some caches, but only one.
Yeah.
Just the cash crate. Yeah. And we also had to make sure that people that flew were aware that there was a box knife inside.
Right. Good point.
Yeah. But it worked out just fine. And then we had a bunch of extras of these made as well. And these with some other fun things were in our last hero crate as well. So all of our heroes got one of these tiny little mini crates too.
Cute.
With some fun things inside.
Nice.
So yeah, thanks. Yeah, we had a good time with our booth. Definitely at Geo Woodstock. It was fun.
Megan says 95% of her t-shirts are geocaching tees. And from what we can tell, 100% of her toques are Geo Woodstock toques.
Geo Woodstock, yeah. Yeah. I think she even has a sweatshirt too.
Gia says, Gia is providing 95% of our feedback, I believe, tonight. She says, these boxes are just too adorable. Mine is currently on display at a place of honor at my desk at HQ.
So when's Gia coming on the podcast as a guest?
I was going to say, didn't we just talk to her? So, it may have been while you were gone. Anyway,
not that I recall. Okay,
we'll have her back up.
All right.
GSM times 2 says, here's the link to the t-shirt page in case you needed it.
Thank you.
To that specific t-shirt, by the way.
Yes. Thank you, GSM times 2. Very helpful.
Yeah, we have a couple of our shirts on the website. Some we have in stock, a few leftovers, but the rest of them we'll batch up our orders and then start shipping them out in about a week or so.
Nice. I think I learned either it was one of the 2 large events this summer that each one of your t-shirts has a unique number somewhere in the design.
Yes.
So there you go. You can know what number t-shirt that is.
Oh, because
So-
they're sequential for the
Right. So this one is t-shirt number 26.
Yes. This is 26. There is a 2 here.
Mm-hmm.
And the 6, this one's kind of a little different. The 6 is your 6th sense that you need while you're night caching.
Oh.
Because it's a little secret. This is a very similar design that our very second t-shirt was. And that was number 2.
Okay.
It was on a different style, color, and everything. It was very different. So this one is 26. 25 was the camera, the Making Memories. It has a little 25 on it.
That's cute. Yeah, I like that shirt.
Thank you. Yeah, that one was really popular. Joshua, the geocaching vlogger, just freaked out over that one. Yeah. So yeah, the number is worked into the design somehow, some way. It might be even encrypted somehow, or a code. Rot 13 was our 13th one.
Of course.
Cute.
Yeah,
I remember that one at Geo Woodstock. Yeah.
Yeah. There's a binary shirt.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. Thank you, Gia. My mind's not quite as sharp as it normally is today. Yes, she's the Gilby hype girl.
Yeah.
So
That's about
on
Gilby.
Gilby Gone Wild, we had her.
Okay. There you go. All right. So all right. So we've recounted. We've got the various subscription services coming from Cache Advance, the shirts and the various crates and the cashkins, and now a TB promotion with HQ. That's you're busy, Lisa.
I know, a little bit.
Are you gonna take a little time off over the holidays?
Oh, that's a good question. Yes, we're looking forward to a little break around Thanksgiving. Probably visit my brother in Montana, and JD and Kid Vegas 19, and Todd 12, that's his caching name, will be chasing some elk around.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, we need to refill our freezer. And then Christmas, we'll see. I'll probably be flat on my back after getting through all the Christmas shipping. I'm shopping now for Christmas and for all of my members. Just placed quite a few orders today. That's the fun part, is the curating. Finding the unique, neat things, that I'm like, oh, that'd be so cool to have. And I know everybody, or this group of cachers is really going to enjoy that. So we'll work that into the cache crates coming up. But yeah, I expect I'm going to be really tired and down for a few days. I like to take Christmas, between Christmas and New Year's. And then, JD says no pressure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No elk, nowhere to sleep.
Yeah. Right.
That's right. But if you need anything, it just magically appears in your hand right now. So you may as well use that power while you have it.
No kidding. Yeah. That was pretty
Lisa,
awesome.
you were sharing about how you're just finished doing some curation for the cache crates, and I find that it's interesting. And Chris, we've still got a little bit of time here tonight, right? We're not right up against the clock yet. Lisa, what do you find is the most challenging part of running a subscription service like the cache crates? What takes the most time for you?
Probably, well, besides marketing,
Okay.
I spend a lot of time, attending events and talking with geocachers, that sort of thing. And then, this is perfect for us. I mean, we're like the only geocaching company, I believe, that's ever done a trackable promotion with HQ.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So it's about time, right? So I'm hoping I can take my foot off the gas there. Now that this will be launching next week and such. But for us, it really is the planning. Shopping for, 500-800 people every month plus gets a little challenging.
Yeah.
And, you've got a budget to work with that you need to stay within, and then a theme. Ideally, and now that we've got the t-shirts as well, we work that in too. So it's not just a bunch of random stuff in a box. We don't want that. We want an amazing experience. I want to create that first to find experience of an awesome stocked cache every month with our cache crates. So
Wow.
planning all of that, putting it all together, the budgeting, and then it's like landing a bunch of planes all at the same time, so everything comes in time. And y'all have heard we've had some sourcing issues, shipping
I've
issues
heard rumors. Yeah.
last couple of years.
Yeah.
Yeah. Supply chain issues. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's just a small thing.
Yeah.
Wow.
So we've had quite a few instances where we've had to punt and come up with a substitution. And often though, those work out even better than what we had originally planned. So I don't know. That's a long answer, but the whole thing is challenging, but it's a ton of fun as well.
Cool.
Well, I know people are excited to get these packages in the mail, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
I think they have interest in knowing what happens behind the scenes, right?
Mhm.
They don't realize how many of these you have to put out on a regular schedule, and that you have to plan months ahead so that if there's an issue, you're still going to have your product available at a certain time, or like you say, quickly pivot. So thank you for what you do. It's not easy.
No, thank you. Yeah, no, it's fun. Yeah, and the other piece of it too is knowing how much to buy.
Yes.
How many members. So that's why we run on what's called a closed model. So we're only open to new members at certain times of the year, because I need to know 2 months from now how many I'm shopping for. Yeah.
Yes.
Especially shopping, having coins made overseas. That's always a long process, as many of you know. Yeah.
Yeah. And that can be challenging in and of itself right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Especially coming up to February, right? Where don't they
Chinese
close
New Year.
for at least a week, if not longer, a month?
A little bit longer. Yeah.
Try sourcing all the product for a Giga event.
Ooh.
Yeah, at least we had 2 years.
You'd think we had 2 years?
Yeah.
Kind
We
of did,
really
really.
Yeah, I imagine not.
Anyways.
Yeah.
Cool.
No, Chinese New Year is quite a challenge. We have to have everything planned out through April and about the next week.
Wow.
There you go.
Yeah.
Piece of cake.
Well, very cool. And again,
I offer Wits End's help in that, since he can do it so easily.
there you go. Team player. All right.
Hey,
Well, yeah. Go ahead, Chris.
This is such a fun win-win for Geocaching HQ and the community, having that trackable promotion from a geocaching company. So that's fantastic.
Yeah, we're super excited to be giving away 3,500 of these trackables.
Yeah.
Get them in the hands of cachers and see how they travel, and introduce people that maybe have never heard of there's a subscription box just for geocachers.
Right.
Well, yes, we have lots of options. Yeah. And it's been great working with HQ.
Mm-hmm. Nice. Well, Lisa, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate the ability to get this behind the scenes look and the sneak preview of what's coming up. So,
Thank you for having me. Yeah. So be sure to stay tuned next week. Watch your inbox, watch your social media, and apply for a trackable if you're in the US. And then 3,500-ish will be randomly selected. And then I'll be busy doing a lot of mailing on top of packing crates.
and having to lick all those stamps. Boy.
Oh, no. Our postage is printed on the envelope.
I was gonna say, that's what the dog is for.
No, the cat.
Turn up the heat in the house and get them panting. Come here.
Run by.
Oh, okay. Lisa, one other question we didn't talk about earlier. If somebody, say, I don't know, a Canadian cacher really wanted this trackable, is there a way they could purchase it from you?
Not at this point, no.
Okay.
Yeah, that's an interesting
I
question.
tried, Land Monkey.
Yeah.
I've given up on trackable promotions, Chris.
And
I'm
it's
sorry.
not Lisa.
Oh, I know it's
It's-
not Lisa.
But
Yeah, it
like
was-
Gia
And I
says,
know
you
it's
can-
not HQ, it's the whole
No.
system, but that's okay.
You can though watch the map once these trackables get released.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
once
maybe
they
you
start
can find
moving.
the trackable in the wild.
Mhm,
Mhm.
Absolutely. Yeah. And we did have, some on hand for our own community to give out. We gave them out at our trunk or treat event, and I do still have a few. So yeah, reach out.
There you go. You
There
never
you
know.
go. You never know.
Mhm.
Lisa,
All right.
thank you again.
Yes, thank
Yeah,
you very
thank
much.
you guys for having me. I really appreciate it. We're super excited to be sharing about this.
And our one listener, we thank you, and we hope you enjoyed this episode of Caching in the Northwest.
All right. And we want to take a moment again to thank our corporate Denali level sponsors. That's Land Sharks with the Z and Gold Country Geotourism. Remember, Land Sharks, LANDSHARKZ.ca is the outdoor adventure and geocaching store. Check them out online, and they're shipping those online orders daily. And for absolutely amazing geocaching adventures, check out exploregoldcountry.com. And as always, we also want to thank our faithful Denali level supporters. That's Landsharks Gold Country, Team Squirrel, Groovy Owl, and Cashly, the geocaching app. Folks, if you want to know more about supporting this here podcast, click the Patreon link on the cachingandw.com website.
Like Peach of Washington did.
And Keats 94,
You, Dak,
Korsgat.
Donners,
the Arnott family. Is it Arnott dot family? Do I have to say the dot?
Yeah.
Or
I don't know. Is dot the appropriate thing to say unless perhaps there's a dot in the family? What about Kitty Quest?
Alaro Brick,
CRS 98,
Dora Moore.
GSM times 2,
Trexer,
Greenwords.
Gas Station Tuna,
Fairwood West,
The Seaback Tribe.
Wet Coaster,
Kid Vegas 19,
Hey,
coming
hey.
home with elk.
I expect to see a hand pop up from the side of the screen. It hasn't happened. And Tejas.
MC3 Cats,
Sege Hove,
Sprouter.
You Talks to Rocks,
Genies,
Subway Mark.
Ackerduck,
the LG 9000,
The Ari 54321.
the Just Finding Our Way,
J Car,
Oh, I got the quiet one and the loud one. Boomer 365.
How about M-Nerve,
Team Noltex,
Skyhawker.
Logwork,
Kettlebarb,
GeoNav Pro.
Flagman,
Tick Meganet,
B Pendragon.
Camp Clan.
Kev MacD,
And Limax.
Wow, remember when Land Monkey used to read all those in one breath?
Yeah.
Well, not all those.
not all
but,
those.
but all the patrons at the time. So need some big lungs for that one. Well, hey, we appreciate all the patrons, all the listeners, and we appreciate Lisa for coming out tonight. Lisa, you've mentioned a lot of stuff about your store and the products and all these great cache crates. If somebody wanted to find out more information or get in touch with you, what's the best way to do that?
Well, the best place would be to go to our main website, which is cache-advance.com. That's got everything, all of our retail sales, and then links to our subscriptions as well. But if you want to go straight to just the Cache Crate subscriptions, the t-shirt and all of that, that is at cachecrate.com. No hyphen.
Perfect.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
There you go. And folks, thanks for taking the time to listen to this episode of Caching in the Northwest. Your support helps keep the quality shows coming. If you like the show, please click the Patreon link on the cachingandw.com website. If you didn't like the show, let us know what you want to talk about. In either case, please subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, Spotify, and more. Subscribe and give us a review. Now, if you were in a restaurant, you would tip. If you were in a live audience, you would clap. But since you're on a podcast, leave us a free, fabulous, fast, fantastic 5-star review. You can also call in to 253-693-TFTC and leave us a comment, ask a question, or surprise us with a gift any time of the day or night. And of course, you can email us, like some people did during the show, at feedback@cachingandw.com. Join us every Thursday night at 9 p.m. Pacific for a live show and chat. This show is produced by Chris Umpenauer, Jim Paulwitz, and Jay Kennedy. It's licensed under a Creative Commons Attribution 3.0 license, copyright 2022 by Chris Umpenauer. And folks, I ask you to stay tuned for
The after show.
the after show. Gas station tuna says, I still clap.
Oh,
Way to be a team player.
Nice.
All right. Well, we got a handful of fatasis here
Mhm.
to go through.
Fatasi?
Fatasi. Yeah. So podcast baking, having a bowl of Ben and Jerry's tonight. Cookie
works.
dough ice cream. Nicely played.
baked Alaska? No.
Yeah. I think that's the same thing.
Sure.
Yeah, kind of.
Dark Cashew said at the beginning of the podcast, I finished baking 3 pounds of bacon, and it's in a gallon freezer bag, less the ones I ate for quality control. Ready to put in the freezer, pick sent, and there it is on the screen.
Nice.
Yeah, I want bacon now.
After show.
So
Very good.
Love that. Thank you for sending that picture and letting me know, because I don't often check the email during
yeah,
the show. So fantastic. You know what?
What?
UDAC says, remember to fall back on Sundays.
oh
On
yes.
this Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go back
Reminder.
to set the clock the place God intended.
Yeah.
You know, where the sun is directly overhead at noon and everything the way it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't have any feelings about
when
it.
is that going to end? Like they keep every year, and it's always in the
So-
spring. There's like this big debate, and everybody
Yes.
talks about it, and then like 3 states will make a change, and like the rest of the world is like, yeah, we'll think about
Whatever.
it for another year.
So I don't remember where I heard it. I don't remember if it was here or a conversation at work, but Washington State has voted to stay on daylight saving time,
Okay.
right? That's great. However, that in the Congress has to vote to approve that, and they've just been too busy. So I think we voted a couple of years ago to stay on daylight saving time,
Yeah,
but it has to be approved by Congress. Now, if we want to stay on
standard
what's the
time.
other one? Standard time. We
Yeah.
could do that without a
that's-
vote of Congress.
Congress will allow any state they want to opt out of daylight saving and stay on standard time. Arizona does it. Hawaii does it. I think Alaska does it. I think Alaska probably has like 19 time zones because they're so big. But anyway,
Of Indiana, which is very confusing.
yeah. But
Excuse me, sir. I see your hand there, but you're
Yeah.
muted and we can't understand you.
Are we in the after show now?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Woo!
In
Okay.
fact, you're in the after show.
Yeah.
What if I said
I
no?
vote for this year falling back 1 hour
Mhm.
and then not springing forward, and then next year falling back 1 hour and then keeping it at that.
Oh,
Well,
what
that's
if
how
we
you
just
keep
falling
doing it
back?
every year? Just keep.
yeah,
Just that's where we're at, so like it's the sunset is around 11:30 midnight in the summer hours, so I can golf.
I was going to ask what the motivation for the extra hour was. Okay.
Yeah.
Or geocache. Hello.
Well, or geocache. Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah, but then you won't be able to night cache at all during the summer
Yeah, no.
You have to get up early.
Yeah.
Yeah.
or
There
stay
you
up
go.
late.
So it'd be
Yeah.
called morning caching instead of night caching.
Yeah. Yeah.
Pre-dawn caching.
Yeah, well.
So who invited this guy?
Don't look at us.
That's who I invite.
Yeah, he
Me?
just hustled his way in.
He just barged his way in here.
Good to
You have
see
to
you,
have better
Jay.
locks on your door, Lisa.
Good to see you too, JD.
I was semi following you on your cruise adventures, and that just seemed awesome.
Yeah, amazing.
Yeah, amazing.
Yeah, when you were
Yeah.
talking earlier, Lisa, about English as a predominant language in geocaching, which absolutely it is. And when we're in Europe, there's a lot of caches that would have
Mhm.
the
Oh.
country's native language and then English in the descriptions. What I found where that was not the case was Adventure Labs. Adventure Labs will generally be in the language of that country. So Google Translate FTW.
Yeah. So Jay, just a side question on your Adventure Labs. On your trip, did you find that the same stop was on multiple adventure labs?
You know what? Not as often as I seem to find that at home.
Okay.
But what I did find was a lot of sequential adventure labs, and a lot of like crisscrossing back and forth. So I think I talked about this on a previous episode as well. But what we did is we used the Labs to GPX tool before we went on the trip, and just downloaded everything, all the waypoints onto the tablet. I used the app and filtered everything else out, used the GPS for finding caches.
Yeah.
But on the tablet, we would be able to navigate and go, okay, open this AL now. Okay, we've got that one. So on the phone, we'd do the AL, and then on the tablet, we'd use it as the navigation device, and it worked really well that way.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
If
We
not
were
sequential.
we were similar on our we ran into very few sequential, but we ran into multiple. The same stop was on multiple labs,
adventures,
right.
in Alaska.
and so our technology was just the apps we use were able to say, hey, here's all the lab stops regardless of which lab it is. And wait, there's two right here.
Yeah.
And then it dawned on me, well, they're not regulated, right?
Yeah.
And
Right.
and so
Not
now
reviewed.
this, yeah.
No review process. Yeah.
And so there are people like us on this vacation saying, "Oh, this would make an excellent lab stop. Let's make a lab. I have a credit. Let's do this." Without checking before the labs had already existed.
Yeah. And sometimes I think people know that there's another lab stop there, but it's like, well, I want this as part of mine too. And I mean, there's no review process, so I guess you get what you get.
It works. You just have to pay attention, because
You have to pay attention.
You
And
can only do one at a time.
Gas Station Tuna and Keats have made a good point saying that Cashly, one of the sponsors of our podcast, they show the AL stops. So that does help for sure. And I agree. We don't use an iPhone for caching, so we don't have Cashly. So we have our own workaround, but it works.
Yeah. GeoGo
Yes.
does it.
So
as
us,
Do they?
we use GeoGo, which is I think Cashly and GeoGo are the top two apps for your platform.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
There you go.
Yeah.
GeoGo will also do Where I Goes in-app
Yes.
Yeah.
without having to jump out to another one.
Chris, you better get the GeoGo guy on the podcast again. He was on years ago, but I think there's been a lot of upgrades and improvements to the app since he was on. So
I'm sure Ron
yeah,
would
so
love to
Ron, we're not name dropping, but Ron used would he, and it's amazing. Both of these guys that do these apps, it's like their hobby.
yeah,
This is what keeps them busy. Yeah,
it's crazy.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
It's awesome. Yeah.
I know. And I mean, you've got a group at geocaching headquarters that does the app, and they do a good product, but you're seeing individual programmers that seem to be able to keep up. And I just find that amazing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So HQ has been very, I'm going to call, lack of a better word, progressive about reaching out and keeping in contact with these third-party providers to ensure that they can do this as well.
Through the API.
Yeah. It's been, you think about it, they could just lock them out. Boom.
They could.
Right?
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think you're right. Like having that openness to work with a broader community just makes it's better for the game as a whole. So yeah, no, it's good.
And HQ just totally understands that. And that's cool.
Absolutely.
Yeah, just like they've always supported other retailers as well.
Yeah. And in fact, source from them to sell at their store. So
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I love getting those purchase orders. Yeah.
Yeah, I bet.
The HQ app, I think, is better for beginners.
Yes.
It's got a lot more. Yeah, it's got a lot more welcoming. Here's how you do this. Here's what this means. Here's what that means.
Okay.
Where Cashly and GeoGo, they're like, hey, you must have done this before, so I'm dumping you in, and good luck.
Yeah.
Go pick what you want to do.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
Not so
Wow,
much
Chris,
good
I've
luck,
never,
but yeah.
yeah, I've never thought of it that way. That makes total sense.
Oh,
Yeah,
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is
Yep.
how I think of it. Yeah. 'Cause
perfect.
sometimes when I just need to do a simple thing, I will use the more simple app, the geocaching
Mhm.
official app, because it works.
Yes, it does.
Really well. Yeah, for
Exactly.
basic things.
Well, so I think we've all encountered when we have our events. We've had some geo tours, geo trail events kick off,
Mhm.
and then our community events, which are winding down now. And you get a person, 2 or 3 that are new to this, and they want to know, well, how do I download my geo tour caches? How do I download my geo trail caches?
Right.
And so our team, we would always ensure we had somebody who was Apple proficient and Android proficient.
And
Oh,
GPS.
very good.
Yes. And then,
Mhm.
but what Chris pointed out is, I wish we knew at the time. Well, here's your beginner proficient, and here's your yeah.
Mhm.
That would have been even better. Yeah.
Probably.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
There you go.
Wow. And then, so while we're on the after show, I'm gonna, Seattle Kraken, 3 in a row, third
Have you been
place
to the
in
Crack
the
House?
Pacific Division. Yeah, we're
Oh, and
Yeah.
thanks to the Seattle Kraken for breaking the Canucks losing streak. Appreciate that.
You're welcome.
I know.
Yeah.
Like, this team is so unreal. All the Seattle teams are played to the level of the competition.
What
If
about
you're
the
good,
Seahawks?
we're going to beat you.
3 straight wins.
Yeah.
The Seahawks
If
are
you
doing
suck,
great.
we're going to lose to you.
It's all mental, right? Oh,
Yeah.
we don't have to play as hard to beat these guys.
Mhm.
I like to say it's all in the wrist. It doesn't matter if it's
Mm.
baseball, football, or hockey. It's all in the wrist.
Yeah. There you go.
That's my problem, huh?
Yeah.
I think it's great. Seattle's got an NHL team, and that's a lot of fun. And from everything I've seen and heard, it's a great first year team. So good stuff.
We were talking just tonight how we are becoming very Canadian,
Yeah.
because when so last year the hockey team started, and we made a pact, pinky swear, we're going to become Kraken fans no matter what. I knew a little bit about hockey. She knew nothing about
Not
hockey.
much.
And we tried to watch every game we could. And then we actually went to a game in April, where our prodigy, the future of the franchise, scored his first home goal. It was awesome. And then this year we're watching, and now we know more about hockey, and
Right.
and now we're pretty excited about this team. And,
Well,
yeah,
you guys like Wits End, you guys in Spokane have a pretty good WHL team as well to go and enjoy.
Yeah.
So if you want to really get to know hockey and not
Mhm.
pay exorbitant NHL prices, go check out your WHL
There you
team.
go.
Support
Yeah,
those.
it's
guys.
a different league. It's a different level of
no,
hockey.
well, it's
Pretty good hockey. WHL.
yeah, it is.
Maybe it is. Maybe it's just the audience.
Yeah.
No, we have, and the thing I appreciate about the Kraken broadcasts is, regardless of which WHL team it is, they will have a feature on the players that are playing in this game that have made it to the pros, and they'll go pretty deep. I mean, and so your Everett, your Seattle, your Tri-Cities, it doesn't matter. They go pretty deep into how this person has come along. And so we've had the game before the last, we had 2 players that played for Tri-Cities as teammates. Now they're opposing, and one scored on the other. Yeah, and they pointed this out to us.
Very
So
cool.
yeah, it's hockey is very interesting.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Well, we'll have to get together over a beer and talk about hockey sometime, JD.
Yeah.
That sounds great.
Let's do
Yeah.
that because we could probably win the bet against Jay, but not,
Oh, yeah.
not against Gus because he's a Golden Knights fan and they
We
keep
lost that
beating
bet.
us. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, you know what goes great with a beer is some podcast baking. We had some of that happen today too.
Beer bread.
Gas station tuna said making fudge. Yes, it's not baking. I know. How dare you question that? But hey, I'm not above having fudge and a beer together. It could work.
I think
How do you
that's
go
an
for it?
excellent pairing. Yes.
Yeah.
What about Jim Stark? That's quite the baking project he had.
3 pounds
Yeah.
of bacon. Yeah,
He
Yeah.
does that every so often.
I could hang out with that. Speaking of Star Casher, he wants to throw in here a plug for you guys. Make sure Look at
Oh,
Lisa
yeah.
promotes the Mappy Hour. It's a Zoom meeting every Friday night, 6 p.m. Pacific.
Yep.
Which, of course, is 6 p.m. Pacific. That's
Yes.
daylight or standard time.
Mhm.
And you got to know that. Clocks change this weekend. We've already mentioned that. Briarlang
So
was
Jim,
helpful.
what is it in metric though?
Yeah. Briarlang was helpful to say that 4:45 p.m. is when the sun sets Sunday
Yeah.
standard time.
There
Ouch.
you go.
Yeah. So our Mappy Hour, we also broadcast that to our Facebook page for Cache Advance as well. So you don't have to log into Zoom. You could just watch and participate in the comments. But it's much more fun on the Zoom meeting where we all can talk together.
And it's been pretty cool because the participants like Jim takes us into his hobby.
Yeah.
He's been going to
Amusement parks.
Mhm.
and filming as he's going and he has like a VIP pass, so he shows us the VIP area
Yeah.
Neat.
During Mappy Hour.
they're during Mappy Hour. I mean,
It's cool.
And a
Yeah.
lot of cachers, it's a Friday evening, so a lot of events happen Friday nights.
yeah.
They've brought Mappy Hour to their event.
Mhm.
So we get to talk with people at their events. Matter of fact, we did one Mappy Hour.
Was that the
at Woodstock?
Woodstock? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Friday
That's right.
evening.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And
Yeah, we carved out a little corner there and
the challenge we need to fix on that aspect is how all of the Mappy Hour participants can sign the log for the event. That's what we're trying to figure that
No,
out.
it doesn't work that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Virtual event never caught on.
Well,
Yeah,
while we're
yeah.
talking about caches and such, and I see the chat lackey giving the thumbs down to remote signing of logs. Jim, did you? I think we've got some GeoTour news in the a couple of.
There's a
Interesting.
little bit of GeoTour news. Seabeck Tribe says the WSGA GeoTour kicked off last Saturday. I know that I saw an event here in town. They did a CTO to launch that out. So we covered that on a recent episode with MC3 Cats. Says,
She FTF'd my cache.
oh,
On
very,
the
very nice.
WSJ Geo Tour. So
Mini
Nice.
Mags, it'd be the great GeoTour this weekend. GT4D3. Landsat in Lompoc. They just added 8 new caches to the tour. So GeoTours, they're a
Yeah,
thing.
the Lancet Lompoc. Yep.
So that one's expanded now. Okay,
Mhm.
interesting. I'll have to check
Great,
that out.
Great stuff. Oh, look at that.
Ah,
WSGA.
have a look.
nice.
Yep.
Is that
Yep,
the
the
front and
sunrise
back,
and
or is that
sunset.
two different coins?
No, that's the two different coins you can earn.
Ah,
Yeah. These are the
The backs are common.
Right. Gotcha.
Mhm.
Yeah.
common back and then
So
the front design of one. They're actually
That's
the same coin
it's a sunrise coin, and the other one's
Yeah.
a sunset coin.
and sunset.
Ah,
Yeah.
cute. Nice.
And it's the same design, just different colors and different metal finish.
Gotcha. Sunrise and
Yeah.
sunset. Very cool.
Red Sky at
They
Night.
hire
Sailor's
other-
Delight.
Company
yeah.
company.
So this is quite the challenge. People are excited
Yeah.
about it. I have a coworker who came up to me at lunch today and said, "Where am I at on my GeoTour status?"
Yeah, we've got
And
work to
I
do.
wasn't as far as long as he was, so he's like, "In your face." And yeah. Yeah.
Lisa, you shouldn't talk like that.
Yeah.
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 No.
Is this on tape? Can we? The after show doesn't make it to the the recording, does it?
It does.
Guys,
Oh, it does.
We're live. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're live.
whoops.
I always listen.
That's why I was meeting you a moment ago.
Well,
But
you know,
I
it's,
always,
it's
I-
never
I
a
ju-
complete after show until we get an announcement about Keats 94's geocaching adventure.
There you
Another
go.
episode tomorrow morning at 5 a.m. That's still Pacific Daylight Time.
Wow.
Caching between the storms. Did I make it back from Victoria safely during an atmospheric river? Find out tomorrow.
oh, I'm
He
going to
edited the
say
episode
no.
on the ferry, apparently.
A little cliffhanger there.
I
Does he
don't,
make
I don't
it?
think he does, based
I
on
don't
this
think so.
information.
I don't
there's
know. Because
There you
I
go.
don't know.
No.
And yeah, I love this one. You know, we talked about the whole daylight saving ending, setting your clock. I'm not a fan of changing it back and forth, figure something out. But if you're going to do it, start Cacher. I think it's kind of fun. There's an annual daylight saving ending event in Macomb, Ohio at 1:45 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time Sunday, and it ends at 1:15 a.m. Eastern Standard Time.
I love it.
So
That's brilliant.
that's fun.
That's great.
That must screw with logs somehow.
Oh, yeah.
It could.
I would-
Yeah.
I would do it though.
All right.
Yeah.
It is. I mean, we're not doing the time travel, but somebody else is.
Are you doing it
imposing
88
their will
miles an
upon
hour
us.
during your event?
Yes.
Oh,
You are if you're trunker.
I'm doing the time warp again.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
let's do the time warp again.
It's just
Yeah.
right.
Just a jump to the left. Yeah.
Folks, thank you so much for joining us. And until next week, get out and get caching in the Northwest.